Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone to this webinar on streamlining the media production workflow. My name is Victor Cardoso and I'm WoodWing's product evangelist. Joining me are Angelo Mano and Bert Van Rooyen from Enfocus. They're going to cover their Switch 10 product and how it integrates with Enterprise. One of the things that I'll do here is go ahead and change the layout of the room. So now you'll see that the lobby has disappeared and has been replaced by a Q&A pod at the bottom of the screen. What I would ask you to do is that during the course of the presentation, if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and enter them into the Q&A pod. And what I'll do first is go ahead and cover a couple of slides that kind of just explains where Switch fits in the whole enterprise scheme. So let me go ahead and share my screen here real quick. I believe that everyone can see it, so that's good. So first off, this is just a system diagram that shows sort of the enterprise publishing system with the other components such as Content Station, the InDesign, InCopy plugins, how they all pretty much rest on the foundation of Enterprise. And to the left of the diagram, we have a little box that lists our technology partners, and a lot of functionality is provided through our technology partners, especially in the areas of page planning, mobile delivery, email management, photo management, media asset management. And what Enfocus is going to talk about today is automation, which is why we have this big red sticker-like object here in the lower left-hand corner mentioning automation. So now this is our publishing process diagram, and if you've joined any of my other webinars, then you know that this is pretty much the publishing process as WoodWing envisions it. We've got the planning component, we've got gathering, creation, selection, and editing, and managing, and a lot of this is all handled with the enterprise system itself. Now, Switch works into all of this basically by connecting to Enterprise and helping out in a lot of the different steps. Pretty much helping you automate bringing in external content, publishing content to various channels, and sort of gather and manage the content that exists inside of Enterprise. But so those are just my couple of quick slides. What I'm going to do now is pass this over to Angelo Mano and let him actually talk to you a little bit about Enfocus and then get a demonstration from Bert Van Rooyen.
Thank you, Victor. Good morning, afternoon, or evening to all of you. I don't know where you are all located. I am located in Belgium, in Europe, as well as my colleague Bert Van Rooyen, who happens to be even in another city than I am tonight. We are very happy that we have been given this opportunity to present to you our Switch automation solution and how it integrates within the WoodWing Enterprise 7 publishing system. My name is Angelo Mano and I'm the Global Account Manager for Crossroads and OEM. And Bert Van Rooyen, he's Solutions Architect, and he will dive into the nitty-gritty details of Switch and will demonstrate to you various use cases how you could use Switch in combination with the Enterprise solution. Just very quickly, our company Enfocus, who are we? We are a Belgium-based software developer headquartered in Ghent. We originated actually in 1993, founded by a person who pioneered PDF preflighting and editing at the time that PDF was being or going to be adopted by the commercial printing industry, and things that we came across was that the PDF, especially at that time, was not really the right format to process well in prepress unless you had sophisticated preflighting tools that was able to preflight on errors or on mistakes or on other discrepancies, and was also able to fix the errors. The product that came out of the development in '97 was called Pitstop Professional, which was and still is a plugin for Acrobat, but now the name is Pitstop Pro. In 2008, Enfocus merged with a Ghent-based software developer called Gradual Software, and it's by means of that merger that we obtained the Switch automation solution. Today we have close to 50 employees residing in various locations around the world, headquartered in Ghent, like I said. We also have a sales office in the US, and then we have development taking place in Ghent, in Russia, and in India for the various products that we cover. Enfocus is a business unit of the ESCO Artwork Group. Many of you might know ESCO Artwork as the company that develops packaging-related software and hardware solutions. And ESCO is part of the Danaher Corporation, which is a US-based organization. When we look to Enfocus and the sales and distribution of its products, then we have actually a very diverse network on how we get our products out into the market, and that is via our distributors and certified resellers globally. We also deliver our products through the web, and we also sell our products and also technologies, in this case our Pitstop preflighting library, to OEM partners like Agfa, Creo Color Server, EFI, Fujifilm, Screen. I just pick a few because there are many that integrate these technologies or bundle products from us with their own either prepress workflow solution or digital print solutions. Today we have around 130,000 users that use our Pitstop related products or our Switch products. When we look to the product portfolio, and also this is actually a snapshot of the various products that we have, but those are the key products. They are the Pitstop branded products, like the Pitstop Pro, which is a plugin to Acrobat, enabling a user to manually preflight and edit PDFs. Instant PDF is a plugin for InDesign, Acrobat, and Illustrator, and actually controls the way PDFs are created from those applications. And while creating the PDF, it also preflights and also corrects the PDFs if necessary. We have the Enfocus Pitstop Server, which is a standalone application, can run on its own computer, and automates the preflighting and editing of PDFs. So this is more for high power users that have quite a lot of PDFs to process. And then we have Pitstop Connect, which enables remote users to automatically preflight PDFs, edit the PDFs, and deliver them via FTP or secure FTP to remote locations, typically an FTP server of a printer or publisher, or even directly into our Switch automation solution. Today we are going to talk about Switch, which is our automation solution. It has nothing to do with PDF preflighting as such, but in combination with our Pitstop Server product or products from our partners, preflighting and other things may happen, and you will see that in a couple of minutes. Enfocus Switch automates daily processes in very unique ways, and well, the best way to show you that is by the demonstration that Bert will do in a couple of minutes. Enfocus Switch, what is it really? Well, it's a client-server based automation solution that runs on either a Mac or a PC platform under Windows. It uses client applications for operators that are in a network and that want to submit and manage jobs that are processed by the Switch automation solution. Switch automates various manual and repetitive tasks, such as receiving and processing files that can come from any source. It integrates seamlessly with third-party applications, and it actually drives those applications by means of configurators. That's our terminology within Switch, that enables the connection to a third-party application, and from within Switch, in an automated way, various parameters can be set and files can be pushed to these applications for processing. By automating the processes and driving other parties' applications, we significantly improve the time to market due to the reduction of errors. There is no manual intervention required. Therefore, when things are automated and streamlined, then time to market is guaranteed. Now, how can we visualize Switch in a more visual way? I've attempted to do that. That is, we have our Enfocus Switch solution. There are actually 3 flavors of Switch, and I will talk about that in a minute. The key to Switch is the way it can receive files from various sources. It's very strong when it comes to its inputs. The inputs, if I go from the top down, is either via hot folders. It can query FTP servers and pull files from FTP servers. It can check mailboxes and pull attachments from mails and process the files that are, of course, the attachments. It can, of course, get input from various medias, external drives, DVD, CDs, USB sticks, or what have you. The Switch client application enables files to be submitted to Switch through the pitstop connector that I talked about a moment ago. Files can be uploaded via remote sites directly into Switch. Portal solutions can push files into Switch, and then we can even use a remote switch to process files, package this. The files are then exported and imported in Switch for further processing. Well, Switch is actually very unique with regards to what files it can process. I can't think of any file that it cannot process. So it takes virtually any file type of any format and processes these within Switch. Once processed, the processed files are then exported either back via email to the sender, are delivered to an FTP server where it's picked up by something else, or it's delivered to a hot folder. If a user wants to automate third-party applications, then the user can obtain applications from what we call our crossroads partners. Those are partners that work very closely with us in making it possible to drive their applications through Switch configurators. And what we are going to demonstrate today is actually the integration from Switch to the Enterprise server and back again via the upload and download of assets. Once processed, and if we look back to the hot folder at the top of the visual, typically the hot folder would be then the input hot folder of a RIP, which is either a RIP for a page proofer, an imposition proofer, or the RIP for a digital printer, or whatever the RIP solution is. Typically another prepress workflow solution from either Agfa, the Apogee solution, Kodak's Prinergy solutions, Heidelberg's Prinex solution. For Switch, it does not matter what the other workflow is. It just delivers files. Those can be, by the way, preflighted and imposed PDFs. It pushes them to the workflow, and there it gets rendered for proof or print.